Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers play the Pelicans 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern here in Los Angeles. And there's some things we need to understand about this Pelican team going in. They just lost their first game in 5 games. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They are a tanking squad, but they do not have their pick, so there's no incentive for them to tank. This is very important because we need to understand that not only do they have no incentive, but they've been winning. And so, they're coming off a game against the Clippers that didn't go well for them. Prior to that, they had a couple wins against teams that, they probably should beat anyway, some tanking squads. And so I think this is a team that's coming in feeling really good about themselves. They're healthy for the first time in several years. Zion is a game-time decision, but has said he will play, so you expect to see him tonight. DeJounte Murray's back from his Achilles injury. He looks good. So this is a very complete team with plenty of talent. They never really were devoid of talent. They just couldn't never stay healthy, and I don't think their coaching was all that great last year. Coming into this season with DeJounte out, their roster isn't perfect, but I don't think they are their record necessarily. So that's something that we need to understand going in. So let's go over their last 5 games, mostly wins, and see how it went. And this was their more impressive win that we'll start with on 2/21 in New Orleans against the Philadelphia 76ers. 126 and 111 was the score. So we'll start with team stats. So the Sixers shot 38% from the field. Ouch, 36 of 94. That's hideous. The Pelicans shot 49%, 40 of 81. Pelicans shot 50% from 3, 17 of 34. And the Sixers shot 26%, 12 of 46. Sixers got to the line 33 times, hit 27 of them for 82%. And the Pelicans 29 of 38 for 76%. Pelicans had 49 boards to the 76 47. 10 offensive boards for the Pelicans, 12 for the Sixers. 25 assists for the Pelicans, 19 for the Sixers. 5 steals for the Pels, 10 for 76ers. 8 blocks for the Pelicans, 5 for the Sixers. 15 turnovers for the Pelicans, 27 points off of those. 11 turnovers for 76ers, 11 points off of those. 26 fast break points for the Pels, 17 for Philadelphia. 46 points in the paint for the Pelicans, 36 for Philly. Philly had an 11-point lead at one point. They led 60% of the time, and the Pelicans had a 21-point lead at one point and led 35% of the time. I don't think I've seen that ratio very often. A team had an 11-point lead and had to score up 60% of the time, but still managed to find themselves down by 21 to a team that only led 35% of the time. I swear to you, I've never seen that. That is the first time I've seen that. All right. So the Sixers, that was an inexplicable loss for the 76ers. They were missing JoJo. But Maxey was out there. Edgecombe was out there. Kelly Oubre had a big game. He was a high man with 20. No, he had 25. Maxey had 27. Maxey shot poorly from behind the arc, etc. Didn't go well for the Sixers. Herb Jones, 32 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, plus 1 for Herb. Zion, 33 minutes, 21 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, plus 24. DeAndre Jordan, 32 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. He had 15 boards, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. That's wrong. He had 15 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 4 blocks. No assists, no steals there. 5 offensive rebounds for DeAndre Jordan, plus 13. Derek Queen, 21 minutes, 10 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 5 of 6 from the line, 9 rebounds, 3 turnovers. 1 offensive board, plus 1 for Queen. Sadiq Bey, 27 minutes, 20 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 2 assists, plus 3. Carlo Matovic, 18 minutes, 12 points, hit all 3 of his field goals, hit both his threes, and hit all 4 of his free throws. He did not miss a shot. 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, 0 in the plus minus for the Carlo guy. Jordan Poole, 24 34 minutes, 23 points, 8 of 15 from the field, 5 of 11 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Plus 21 for Poole. It's a great shooting night, by the way, for him. Bryce McGowan's much improved basketball player, Bryce McGowan's 27 minutes, 13 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, plus 3. He's really carved himself out a role with this Pelican team, man. I know he played with the Charlotte Hornets. He was bouncing around in and out of the G, but I think he's developing well. I think his upswing could be potentially good. I think Bryce McGowan's going to be good from here on out. Jordan Hawkins, 1 minute, 0 of 1 from both the 3 and field, -2. His development is going terribly in New Orleans. I'm a believer in Jordan Hawkins as a shooter, but I don't know if he's an NBA talent at this point, given how far down the pecking order he's fallen. And just how little they've been able to use him, and when they do use him, and nothing good happens. I'm firmly disappointed in how this thing is going for Jordan Hawkins. Jeremiah Fears, 25 minutes, 7 points, 2 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 3 of 6 from the line, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive board, plus 11 for Fears. So, yeah, with some good shooting from the Pelicans, they were able to get the shocking win against the Sixers. And that started a 4-game winning streak for these Pelicans, where they then took that same energy and placed it upon the Golden State Warriors. 113-109 was the score, and they got the victory in New Orleans. I think we've covered this game before since we played Golden State very recently, and we'll cover it again. 43 of 101, Pelicans shot 43% from the field, and 41% for the Warriors, 40 of 97. A Dub shot 24% from 3, 11 of 45, and the Pels shot 10 of 40 for 25% from 3. The Pels shot 17 of 23 from the free throw line for 74%, and the Dubs 18 of 23 for 78% from the line. Dubs had 59 rebounds, Pels 53, and both teams had 21 offensive rebounds. 26 assists for the Dubs, 20 for the Pels, 8 steals for the Dubs, 12 for the Pels, 6 blocks for the Dubs, 9 for the Pels. 21 turnovers for Golden State, 18 points off of those. 17 turnovers for New Orleans, 18 points off of those. 20 fast break points for New Orleans, 4 for San Francisco. 64 points in the paint for New Orleans, 58 for the Dubs. 14 was the largest lead of the game for the Pelicans, 4 for the Golden State Warriors. 88% of the time, the Pelicans led, only 7% the Warriors. All right. So let's look at it. Moses Moody, 24. Melton, 28. Those were the high men for the Warriors. They had 5 players in double figures. Herb Jones, 31 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, plus 1. That's about what I expect from Herb Jones. Zion Williamson, 33 minutes, 26 points, 11 of 21 from the field, hit his only 3-point attempt, 3 of 5 from the line, 6 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 block, 5 offensive boards, -7 for Zion. Jordan, 22 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 3 offensive boards, plus 11. DeAndre Jordan is turning back the clock. DeJounte Murray made his debut in this one. 25 minutes, 13 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, hit both his free throws, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 turnovers, 1 steal, 0 in the plus minus for DeJounte. Sadiq Bey, 31 minutes, 18 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, hit all 5 of his free throws, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, -2. He also had 3 offensive boards, Sadiq Bey. Matovic, 18 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 3 blocks, 4 offensive boards, -5 for the Carlo guy. Derek Queen, 18 minutes, 8 points, 4 of 13 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 0 of 1 from the free throw line, 7 boards, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block, 3 offensive boards, +8 for DQ. Poole, 23 minutes, 12 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 3 of 10 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive board, +3 for Jordan Poole. Bryce McGowan's 18 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive board, +6. And Fears, 21 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 offensive board, +5 for Jeremiah Fears. All right, so that does it for that game. The Pelicans continue their run of wins. Next up is a pair of wins that they got in Utah back-to-back. First one was on 126, second one was on 228, February 26th and February 28th. Both in Utah, both Pels wins. We'll cover the first one. 129-118 was the score there. And the Pelicans shot 52% from the field, 46 of 88, and the Jazz shot 50%, 45 of 90. From the three-point line, Jazz 32%, 12 of 37. Pels 38%, 13 of 34. From the free throw line, the Pelicans 16 of 25 for 64%. That's the Jazz. 64% for the Jazz, 16 of 25. Pelicans 24 of 27 for 89% for the Pelicans from the line. 40 boards for the Pels, 37 for the Jazz, 13 offensive boards for the Pels, 15 for the Jazz. 37 assists for the Pelicans, 28 for the Jazz, 13 steals for the Pelicans, 14 for the Jazz. 8 blocks for the Pelicans, 6 blocks for the Jazz, 18 turnovers for both teams, 24 points off of those for the Pelicans and 20 points off of those for the Jazz. Fast break points, 21 Pels, 28 Jazz, 64 points in the paint for the Pelicans, 54 for Utah. Largest lead of the game for the Jazz was 6. They led only 7% of the time, and the largest lead for the Pelicans was 27. They led 86% of the time. A very impressive game for the Pelicans with the stocks. 13 steals, 8 blocks is nuts. 37 assists. They really, really played well in this game, man. So let's see what the box score tells us. Herb Jones, 26 minutes, 8 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 steals, plus 11 for Herb. Zion, 33 minutes, 20 points, 9 of 15 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 offensive board, plus 15 for Zion. Jordan, 13 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 2 from the field, 7 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive board, plus an 8. Murray, 26 minutes, 17 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, hit all 5 of his free throws, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, 6 turnovers, 4 steals, 1 block, plus 16 for DeJounte. Bey, 34 minutes, 42 points, 14 of 20 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3, hit all 9 of his free throws, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 offensive boards, plus 5. That is got to be his career high. 42 points for Saddiq Bey, that's nuts. Carlo Guy, 25 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, hit his only free throw attempt, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 4 blocks, 2 offensive boards, plus 4 for Carlo Matavic. Derek Queen, 20 minutes, 7 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 5 offensive boards, minus 6. He's in a shooting slump. DQ is shooting terribly right now. I think he probably ran into a rookie wall. Jordan Poole, 10 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 4 from both the 3 and field, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 offensive board, plus 2. Bryce McGowan's 31 minutes, 8 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, plus 5. And Jeremiah Fears, 22 minutes, 12 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 3 from the line, 3 turnovers, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, minus 5. And Ace Bailey was the high man for the Jazz, 23 points on 9 of 17 shooting. Sensabaugh had 20 off the bench. They got some talented scorers over there in Utah, but they were not able to defend. And the defense of the Pelicans seemed to be on display with the high stock number. And that pretty much ends what we have to say about that. All right, next up, same thing. They just turn around and do this. Those two same teams came back, played in that same building, same result. 115-105 was the score for the Pelicans to win the game there. And let's go over these stats. All right, so the Jazz shot a horrible 34% from the field, 33 of 96. The Pelicans, 39 of 85 for 46% from the field. From the three-point line, the Jazz were even worse, 12 of 43 for 28%. And the Pelicans, 15 of 44 for 34%. So this is a brick throwing fest. Free throw line, 22 of 29 for the Pels, 76%. 27 of 33 for the Jazz, 82% from the line. 58 boards for the Pelicans, 40 for the Jazz, 12 offensive rebounds for New Orleans, 13 for Utah. So yeah, that was a rebounding clinic as well there for the Pels. 32 assists for the Pelicans, 24 for the Jazz, 5 steals for the Pels, 10 for the Jazz, 11 blocks for the Pelicans, 5 for the Jazz, 19 turnovers for the Pelicans, 24 points off of those, 7 turnovers for the Jazz, 9 points off of those. 23 fast break points for the Pels, 17 for the Jazz, 46 points in the paint for the Pels, 42 for Utah. Utah never led, and the Jazz had their largest lead be 27. That's the Pelicans, if I didn't say that right. Pelicans led by 27, 97% of the time they had the lead. The other 3% was a tie of some sort. Had to be 0-0. Yeah. Another impressive game for the Pels in the stocks and assists category. 32 assists, 16 stocks with 11 blocks, 5 steals. I'd say the Pelicans are a team that's doing things on both sides of the floor during this winning streak, albeit against terrible teams, but they've been impressive. The rebounding total, 58 boards, that is highly impressive as well. 12 offensive rebounds, double digit there. Pelicans really put on a clinic against this Utah team, man. Utah is bad, but Pelicans aren't exactly a great team, but they're doing some great things against these Jazz. All right, Herb Jones, 36 minutes, 17 points, 7 of 16 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 offensive board, plus 16 for Herb. Zion, 11 minutes, 4 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 rebound, 2 assists, plus 7. I'm guessing he got hurt in that one with the low minutes total. DeAndre Jordan, 13 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the from the field and the free throw line. He ain't shooting no threes. 7 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive board, plus 4 for DJ. Sadiq Bey, 39 minutes, 24 points, 7 of 16 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 7 of 10 from the line. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 offensive boards, plus 11. Bryce McGowan's 33 minutes, 18 points, 6 of 14 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, plus 9. Carlo Guy, 25 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, minus 3 for Matovic. Queen, 19 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from free throw line, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, plus 2 for DQ. Yves Missy, 12 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks, 2 offensive boards, plus 3 for Yves Missy. Jordan Poole, 15 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, minus 10 for JP. PV, 1 minute, did pull down a board, minus 3. Hawkins missed both his threes in 1 minute, minus 3. And Jeremiah Fears, 34 minutes, 18 points, 5 of 14 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 11 boards, 5 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, plus 17. That kid's going to be special when he really develops. When he fully develops, this is his rookie season, and he already having games like this. Bad shooting night, but he had 18 points because he got to the line, hit all of them. Had 11 boards, 5 assists, and 2 blocks. And this is a point guard. He's going to be a problem, man. Jeremiah Fears is going to be very good. And, of course, DeJounte Murray did not play in that second game. We didn't see him there, but he will be available tonight. Blake Hinson, our old buddy Blake Hinson, the Lakers initially brought on last year and then had to waive early on before the season started. He's now getting starting minutes with the Utah Jazz, so I thought that was noteworthy. Talented shooter, Blake Hinson, still in the league, and I think he deserves to be there based on his talent. The high man for the Jazz was Isaiah Collier off the bench with 21 points. He continues to show why he's really, really good and probably should be starting somewhere. So, yeah, that's how that went. Jazz continue to lose against the Pels. And the Pels move on to another basketball game where they did not beat the Clippers. 137-117 in Inglewood. And, they start their 2-game roadie in L.A. the wrong way. Clippers shot 54% from the field, 48-89. The Pelicans shot 45%, 40-89. Clippers shot 47% from 3, 17-36. Pels shot 12-33 for 36% from the 3. 83% for both teams from the line, 24-29 for the Clips, 25-30 for the Pels, 41 rebounds for the Pels, 38 for the Clips, 14 offensive boards for the Pels, 10 for the Clips, 22 assists for the Pels, 29 for the Clips, 6 steals for the Pels, 11 for the Clips, 4 blocks for the Pels, 3 for the Clips, 17 turnovers for the Pelicans, 36 points conceded off of those. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. 9 turnovers for the Clippers, 9 points conceded off of those. 22 fast break points for the Clippers, 13 for the Pelicans, 60 points in the paint for Inglewood, 50 for New Orleans. And the Clippers led 99% of the time, had a 26-point lead at one point. And the largest lead of the game for the Pelicans was nothing because they never led at all. Wall-to-wall win for the Inglewood Clippers. All right, so Herb Jones, 21 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 4 rebounds, minus 15. Trigger Murphy, 31 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 15 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, minus 18. Jordan, 2 minutes, hit his only field goal, got 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, minus 10. Murray, 22 minutes, 17 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 offensive board, minus 14. Sadiq Bey, 29 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 offensive boards, minus 13. Karlo Matovic, 14 minutes, 4 points, 0 of 2 from both the 3 and field, hit all 4 of his free throws though. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 offensive boards, minus 7. Derek Queen, 29 minutes, 19 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, hit all 7 of his free throws, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 offensive board, minus 1. Yves Messi, 20 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 3 of 6 from the lines, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 offensive boards, 1 turnover, minus 2. Micah Peavy, 4 minutes, 0 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, plus 3. Bryce McGowan's 26 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, hit both his free throws, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, minus 20, worst on the team. Jordan Hawkins, 4 minutes, missed his only 3-point attempt, plus 3. And Jeremiah Fears, 26 minutes, 28 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, minus 6. This kid is balling. 2 blocks in 2 consecutive games, 28 points on good shooting for a change because he doesn't really shoot well. 5 of 6 from 3 is crazy for him. Hit all 3 of his free throws. He only missed 5 shots. So I'm paying attention to Jeremiah Fears, man. He is an underrated rookie right now. He has done good things all year long. Obviously, DeJounte Murray is back now, so he has to take a step back, but he still seems to be producing off of the bench. He is the future there in New Orleans, in my opinion. Him and DQ, they got a nice future with those two, and I would be wise not to move on from Trigger Murphy either if I'm the Pelicans. Absolutely not. So this is a talented Pelican team, and they don't suck. They got guys off of their bench that are producing right now. Karlo Matovic, Derek Queen, Yves Messi, Bryce McGowan's, Jeremiah Fears, Jordan Poole. This is a talented team, man. You know, Jordan Poole got a DMP in this one, by the way. That is noteworthy because he is far too talented to be getting DMPs on a bad team. So it's interesting to see what they think of Jordan Poole in a game like this when he goes into the Clippers building and doesn't get a minute of play. That is weird. So, yeah, that's what's going on, man. The Clippers had the high man, Kawhi Leonard, 23 points. They had 5 players in double figures. Jordan Miller barely missed 1 shot. He's continuing to ball out. Mathurin had a poor shooting night. And that's about as much as I'm going to care to say about the Inglewood team. So, that's it, man. New Orleans, we've covered all of their games. They've won 4 of their last 5. They only lost to this Clipper team. But we got to clock what we just said. They got players that are playing well, man. Sadiq Bey is on a different level than what we're used to. He had a 41-point game, 42-point game it was, whatever it was. Dude's balling. You know, they got guys. I think Derek Queen is due for a good basketball game. He's been in a bit of a shooting slump. He's a very nice rebounder even through that shooting slump. And we need to be very careful with that kid. That's what I will say. Be very careful with him. Don't allow him to break out tonight because I just know how talented he is. He's a triple-double threat. If they give him opportunities, especially if Zion is going to be limited in whatever way, if they give him opportunities, I can just see him having a big game tonight because he's been struggling, and that's not going to last forever. So, man, this is a Pelicans team. Like I said, they have every incentive to win. They're healthy. Trigger Murphy tends to shoot well against us. Probably one of my favorite players ever, really. I love his game, and I just think that Anytime he's on the floor, you have to be extremely careful from behind the arc. So yeah, look out for Trigger Murphy as well. Zion's been playing good ball despite coming back from injury. You don't really know how he's going to feel tonight, if he goes or not. But, he's been playing better. And like I said, this is just a much better Pelicans team than what they've been all season. Getting DeJounte back helps with the continuity. He has turned the ball over a lot since coming back, but I think he's starting to wean off of those turnovers in theory, given the fact that he only had 2 in the last game. So, we're paying attention to DeJounte Murray as well. He looks really good off of the Achilles injury. So, yeah, man, this is a healthy Pelicans team versus a healthy Laker team. The Lakers don't have anyone on the injury report. For the second time this season, we don't have anyone there, and we are very, very happy about that. Pelicans are going to be wearing white, and the Lakers are going to have their alternate black uniforms, which means we'll have our alternate floor tonight, which we always love to see. And let's see, man. Pelicans are 13th in the West. 19-43 is their record. They're 8-22 home and away, 22 offensive rating, 26 defensive rating, 25th net rating. The Lakers, 36-24, 6th in the West, 17 home, 17-12 home and away record, 10th in offensive rating, so we've gotten better since the last game. 22nd in defensive rating, we've gotten better since the last game. And 16th in net rating. We have improved as a basketball team, running into them bad teams and beating the hell out of them. So I'm really very thankful for Northern California helping us by being so terrible. Given the fact that we saw the Kings and the Warriors, for those who wonder. So that's really what it is, man. Yeah, we got another bad team to see, but they're not like them. They're not like the Kings. They're not like Sacramento, Golden State. Those teams are not. They're depleted with injuries. They're tanking on purpose, or at least Sacramento is. Golden State should be tanking. But that's a whole other story. The point is, them two teams suck. The Pelicans suck too, but not in the same way. They have talent. They're healthy. They're getting guys back. They're motivated. They don't like the Lakers for reasons that we probably ain't even thinking about. And it should be noted that they traded away their own pick to the Atlanta Hawks so that they could get Derek Queen. Now, me personally, I've thought long and hard about this. Do I think the decision to do that was a good one for their organization? Not considering how bad of an organization they are and how good of a draft this is. However, if that was the only way they could get Derek Queen, I like having Derek Queen if I'm the Pelicans. It gets real tricky because it's like, if they assess that they like Derek Queen more than anybody in this year's draft, they're crazy. But the point I want to make is, then it makes sense for them to give up the pick that they have in this year's draft to get Derek Queen. Now, is it a chance that they could have had the first overall pick and got a superstar this year? Yes. It's a very good chance, actually. AJ DeBonsta, do I like him more than Derek Queen? I do. Do I like Cam Boozer-Barrett more than Derek Queen? I do. Do I like Darren Peterson more than Derek Queen? I do. But let's just say they didn't strike it rich and they start going into 6th pick, 7th pick, 8th pick range with their pick. Do I think this was the worst decision in the world in that situation? It depends on the prospects. Because Derek Queen, I like a lot in that range last year. He was like, the 7th pick or something like that? He was, I don't know where they drafted him, honestly. I don't remember. He might have fell as 14th or something. But the point was, that's where you started to appreciate Derek Queen in last year's draft. There's not necessarily a guarantee that they're going to get a better player, or Atlanta gets a better player with that pick than Derek Queen. So we're going to see how it plays out. I think it's a damn good chance that this is a bad decision for the Pelicans, but I think there is a chance that this was the right decision for them. So I just think that it might be overstated, that it's overblown. I think people are underrating the desire to bring Derek Queen to the Pelicans. They had no other path to getting that player, and they really like that player. This pick has a damn good chance of being a good pick, but it wouldn't have netted them Derek Queen. So, I mean, it's up to them to say, it's up to them to develop Derek Queen. It's up to Derek Queen to put in the work. I like Derek Queen enough to exclusively want him to come to my squad if I'm the Pelicans. Okay, that's what I will say. Do I risk that pick? No. But if I keep that pick, I don't get Derek Queen. And maybe that's a no-no for me too. So, excuse me. I just think that if you're high on Derek Queen like I am, then you're optimistic going into this season. Before you knew you were going to suck as bad as you are, even though everybody told you were, you thought you had a talented team. You hoped that your team would be better than, and to make it so that pick isn't worth it. You didn't accomplish that. That's should have been expected, but you also say, okay, I got Zion Williamson, I got Trigger Murphy, I got DeJounte Murray. Well, he was hurt, but you picked up Jeremiah Fears. You bring in 2 high-level lottery picks to your situation. You probably thought you were going to start the season slow. Maybe you weren't hoping that you wouldn't suck as bad as you ultimately did. Some of the injuries that they took on were not good. So, like, again, if you would ask most people, would the Pelicans suck? Yes. That's why they were getting killed for trading the pick. But there is also a great deal of reward for bringing in Derek Queen, who is a unique type of player. In a world where the Jokic's and Sabonis's and these centers that can play point center for you and get a bunch of assists and get boards and be too big to deal with, that's not an easy player to find. You know what I'm saying? And so if you love that value, if you value Jokic, you're probably reaching a little higher for a guy like Derek Queen. It's the same thing that Portland did with the Chinese prospect, because that dude is the same type of hybrid to where there's centers, Jokic. It's the Jokic era, so it's like you want to try to find the next Jokic, and I think that's what NBA talent tends to do in the front office. They tend to copycat. They tend to follow trends. They tend to be enamored with something, so they try to find something else that mirrors it. You know, you look at guys like Sengun, adds to that as well. It's a lot of success coming with that talent. And while you might have a better player this draft, you may not find that player in the range in this draft. So it's like, let's say I keep the pick and I get some point guard. Well, now I got Jeremiah Fears. I got that point guard. I got DeJounte Murray. I'm tripling down on high-level prospects of the same position. Derek Queen is a rarity in that regard. With the scarcity of young, talented centers, with the scarcity of centers who can do the things that Derek Queen could do, put the ball on the floor, stuff like that, he's a very unique piece. So I can see why you would, if you love that prototype and you love Derek Queen, say he's worth something rare. And I just don't think that conversation is being had very much, because most people are killing him because they have a chance at a great pick in a great draft. And I agree with that too. And you probably shouldn't expect yourself to be any better than the worst team in the league because you're the Pelicans. And I fall in line with that too. I would have projected the Pelicans suck this year. So yeah, at the end of the day, do I feel good with the Pelicans going forward with Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears? Yeah, I feel good about that. How we got here, what we had to give up to get here, makes a difference in our value overall. If I'm the Pelicans, I do understand that this is not probably the more popular decision, but if I just have to have the next Jokic or the next Sengun, Derek Queen, somebody I think this investment is worth taking off for. So that's what I want to say, man. If Derek Queen turns into what I think he can turn into, I don't think people are going to care how he became a Pelican or what pick they gave up or whatever. They're not going to care. So we'll see. But if that pick turns out to be Darren Peterson and he turns into what we think he's going to be, or if that pick turns out to be AJ DeBonsta and he turns into what we think he's going to be, then this probably wasn't the right decision. I don't think Derek Queen will be that. I don't think so. Not what I expect those two to be, though. So we'll see. We'll see, man. But I'm high on Derek Queen. And he is in a slump. And we do have to pay attention to him. So those are three things that need to be said. Yeah, man, Pelicans, they're not good. I do expect for us fully healthy to get the victory, but we do need to be very aware of how well they're stealing the ball, how well they're blocking the ball, the athleticism of their centers. DeAndre Jordan, even in his old age, Since becoming a vegan, he's turned to somebody else. I wish he would have did that when he was a Laker. That's a whole other story. But he's turned his life around as it pertains to his diet, and he's been able to extend his career beyond anyone's imagination. So his athleticism, he can still get off the ground, dunk the ball, catch lobs, just like he was able to 10 years ago. In fact, better in some ways. Yves Messi, underutilized center. Obviously, the athleticism of Zion Williamson. These guys are all much more athletic than our centers. That's basically what I'm here to tell you. Karlo Matovic's a big guy. They provide a great deal of size to their lineup. Derek Queen, once again, not very athletic at all. But obviously, with the things that we've talked about, we know what he can do. And he has quick hands defensively, even though he's not a defensive center. He could be extremely disruptive and help with the stocks. So this is a team that if they flex, especially if their shooters got it going, DeJounte Murray, we know what his ceiling is. Jeremiah Fears, we just saw him have his best game. This is a team that if the right players get hot, it could be a problem, especially if they get help from Sadiq Bey, who just had 40-something points. Bryce McGowans, of whom we talked about, can play. The Pelicans are on the upswing. I don't know if this is the unit that's going to get them where they need to go. But I do think, just like I said with the Orlando Magic, they have stuff on their team that I think every team should want. You know, and I've been an Herb Jones hater all year because I just think that his name has been extremely overrated in Lakers circles. I don't think he's that, but he can still hurt you. That's basically what I'm saying. He still had 5 steals a couple games ago. I don't think his offense is any good. I think he's another Vanderbilt, basically. But you still got to deal with it. And so everybody should want something off of this Pelicans team at this point. Everybody should want some of their role players. I think they've done a good job with the Matovics and the Bryce McGowans and the Micah Peavies. I don't think those guys suck at all. So the Pelicans have made some questionable decisions, but where they landed with the talent that they have, I think is amongst the best of the terrible teams in the NBA. Amongst the best of the terrible squads. They're in the mix with Utah. They're in the mix with Washington, to where they don't have a bad class of players. So that's what I want to say, man. And they do have stuff that they could trade. Zion can be traded if they want to reset and further add to the youth. DeJounte looks like he's going to revamp his trade value. Probably wise for them to move on from him. They hit a dud, it seems, with Hawkins, but I still know what type of talent he is shooting the ball. So if he happens to have 12 threes in a game in some day down the road, it won't be a surprise to me. Because that's how talented of a shooter he is. I'm just not sure he can do anything else. But like the point is, the Pelicans have plenty they can work with, plenty that can hurt you, plenty of guys that have a ceiling that goes way up, plenty of guys that provide struggles for you to guard them, you know. So that's really what I gotta say. That's what it is, and they're playing better on both sides of the floor. Sadiq Bey's, like I said, their others are doing good things right now, albeit against bad teams, as we clearly saw. But they did beat the 76ers behind. So that's what I want to say, man. I just don't want us to take this team lightly. I do expect if we don't, we'll beat them. But they have no incentive to lose. None. So we need not walk into this building expecting them to roll over. They stand the game more from everybody just playing well. So I think they'll try, man. So that's really what I got to say, man. I think this could be a really good game. Anytime Trigger Murphy's on the floor, I think it could be a big game because he's capable of going for 50. You know, Zion Williamson healthy, albeit half healthy right now. He's out there. He can catch lobs. He can do stuff. He push people around. I never like seeing LeBron guarding him because that's somebody who can match him in strength. And I think that's a dangerous matchup for a guy like LeBron. So that type of thing is real for us. But at the same time, I think we've been playing better. We've been getting a little more out of our guys. Our others have been playing better against bad talent too. So, you know, we're trying to get some continuity with our big three. I think Austin's been in a little bit of a slump. So hopefully he snaps out of that tonight. Hopefully he has a big game tonight. Hopefully we're able to get him his looks and his touches. So we can get the most out of that player. Rui Hachimura, need him to get out of his slump. Obviously coming back from injury, but he wasn't playing well even before that injury. He's kind of been struggling since the trade deadline. But we love what we see from Luke Kennard. He's been really good. Definitely happy he's here. Continue to ramp up his offensive role. I think it's important that we continue to work on our offense. We've been passing the ball a lot better over the last 2 games. We've put more of an emphasis on the offense, which I've been calling for, so I'm happy with that. Hopefully that carries into this game. And let's just continue to dominate these bad teams. We've been able to do that all year. It's the good teams that we have struggles against. I don't think the Pelicans are considered a good team, and I think psychologically we should go in with a lot of confidence, believing that. So if we're not taking their talent seriously after watching my video, I haven't done my job, man. DeJounte Murray, Zion Williamson, Sadiq Bey, Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, Bryce McGowan, Carlo Madovic, Yves Messi, if I didn't already mention him, Trigger Murphy III, obviously. This is a team that you need to take seriously, bro. And if you don't, I will not be surprised to see the Lakers lose a home game in a trap game like this. Because if you do have homework on this Pelicans team, you'll think they're gonna be rolling over. You think they're tanking. If you look at it on the surface, this is a bad team you expect to beat. When they get them people on the floor and they're having a good game, you can find yourself in a massive dogfight or even a blowout going the other way if DeJounte and Zion and Trigger have their way. BDL 44, I thank you all for watching. I'm out.